Hey, what's happening? My name is Producer Mike, and today we are doing a product review for the Comica BoomX-U1s. And Comica was nice enough to send this to me to do a product review. Not getting paid for this, so it's going to be a straight up, honest, real use how this microphone is. I'll tell you this though, I originally used Sennheiser microphones. I made the switch to Comica BoomX-D1s because they were very lightweight and easy to use on all my outdoor guerrilla productions. Today we're gonna review this and see how it holds up to the other two. And I'm gonna compare it against the Sennheisers, the professional, like $600 Sennheisers, the Comica BoomX-Ds. Those are like 100, like 200 something. And these are going for like 170 on Amazon. So I'm gonna compare all three of them. Gonna compare it inside, compare it outside, move around, and just, you know, overall use. Another thing is how easy it is to use. I like simple stuff. I'm not about doing all this complicated stuff. If I can just press a button and get it to work and make it sound good, that's all I care about. So that's what it's all about. Let's get into it. All right, so right off the bat, comes in a nice box. Simple, small, easy. One thing I really like about Comica is they include this case. It's very high quality. It's got like a leather handle. It's nice, it's snug. And one thing that drives me crazy is like with the Sennheiser mics and all the other mics, you can't put them anywhere. So you end up buying like a small little pouch and they rattle around inside the pouch, or you just stick them in your camera bag or whatever. It all rattles around. Inside this Comica case, you can neatly fit them into here. All your cables are organized in here, you know, your jacks and all that stuff. So one neat case, and you can just neatly place it inside your backpack or whatever. So Comica, great job on this case, which is included when you buy the product. So what's inside the case? Right now, this audio that you're hearing is being recorded with these Comica BoomX-U1s. So inside the case, you get, you know, the transmitter, the receiver. You get the lapel mic, which I'm talking in right now. You have the camera jack that connects to the camera. You also get a, you know, Boom XLR adapter. And then what's nice is you also get a smartphone adapter, so you can connect this to your phone if you want to shoot some outdoor stuff, you know, record audio with your camera phone, whatever. And then you get the micro USB-C charger, and then you get a replacement earbud thing. So Comica includes all this stuff for you in a nicely neat packed up case. All right, so let's test out the product. Let's see how it is, and let's get to a final conclusion, which I will reveal at the very end, and what I think about this product. So let's roll. We are testing out the Comica BoomX-U1s. I'm in the office, and this is me just sitting here talking. I'm using the lavalier microphone. Behind me is a router with 2.4 gigahertz frequencies. Got road over there, cars driving, chilling at home, doing a little spin in my chair, spinning in my chair. And I'm like a foot away from the camera. This is the Comica BoomX-U1. Now let's check it out on stereo. Now we are using the stereo on the Comica BoomX-U1. I'm in the office. I'm at home talking. This is how it sounds. It's like a couple inches away from my face, doing like a little spin in my chair. This is how the audio sounds. This is it. And then this is the room tone. Comica BoomX-U1. Comica BoomX-D. Lavalier microphone. It's clipped in. In the home office, we're sitting here chilling. Right behind me is a wireless router pumping out 2.4 gigahertz speeds. It's supposed to interfere. Let's find out. I'm gonna do a chair spin. Spinning nicely and smooth. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of room tone, a couple seconds. All right, let's find out how the speaker is. Comica BoomX-D speaker, talking right into it. In the office, I'm sitting here doing a chair spin, sitting here. And what I'm gonna even do is take the stereo and point it right at the router. Yeah. There we go. Now this is the room tone. All right, let's check out these Sennheisers. Sennheiser EWG4, this is it. I'm talking into it, into the lapel mic. There is no stereo. It's got this antenna. Talking into it. Gonna do a spin like this. Doing a spin. Also, I'm facing my Wi-Fi over there. Let's see if there's any pickup on the frequencies. Sennheiser EWG4. It's like a $600 microphone. Let's see how it holds up. And this is the room tone. Back on the BoomX-U, that's how all three microphones sound inside. I still haven't done any playback yet, so I'm gonna find out in post with how it is. But what I'm gonna do is take all this stuff outside. I'm gonna test out the distance, test out the line of sight if you're like behind a wall. I'm gonna test out how the cable is, if it moves around between the clothes, and just test out the overall quality. While we're still at home, I wanna just add, last time I made the video reviewing the Comica BoomX-D against the Sennheiser, I've actually stopped using my Sennheiser. So this thing, it is professional. It's like industry grade. It's, you know, it's pretty good. Problem is that it's heavy, it's bulky, this antenna dangles around and it doesn't detach. So when you put it in your bag, it gets all bent. And then when it gets bent, the audio gets messed up. So that's why I stopped using this Sennheiser, and I've been using this little Comica BoomX-D because it's super lightweight. It's like a gram. It's easy to clip on. It's got a clip-on thing right there. Stick it in your pocket. You could just, you know, mic people up real quick, stick it in the pocket. And one thing is when you're working with women, they're wearing dresses, skirts. It's very difficult to clip this thing on. This Comica, very lightweight, doesn't interfere. Just clip it on in the back. Good to go. Hopefully this still works. So let's go outside, test out these microphones. We're outside, Comica BoomX-U1, fresh outdoors, palm trees, a little bit of wind blowing. Right behind me is a sprinkler. We're talking into the lavalier, about 10 feet away from the camera. Wind is starting to rustle. I'm gonna start walking away. I'm like 15, 20 feet. 30 feet. Walking like 50 feet, maybe 50 feet. Trying to get my workout. This is okay. So that's the Comica BoomX-U1 on the lapel. Let's check out the stereo. All right, so today's Sunday. Taking my day off today, just chilling. Talking to the Comica BoomX-U1 stereo, facing me this way, facing you that way. We're at like 10 feet. Birds chirping. I'm like 10, 15 feet away. I'm I'm over here like 25, 30, 40 feet. Aiming the mic back at myself. Talk. South Point Beach in Miami is the best. I'm gonna keep going. It's the best. So this is it. Comica BoomX-U1, the speaker. Let's check out those Comica BoomX-Ds. All right, now we got the Comica BoomX-Ds. I've been using these for a while. I'm like 10 feet from the camera into the lavalier. We're walking, sprinklers behind me. And this weekend has been good. Beach, chilling, South Point. Did have a cheat day. I know I have my weight loss challenge. I've lost nearly 25 pounds so far in total. We're walking towards the bay. Did have on Saturday. We were playing poker. And a couple drinks. Taking it easy this weekend though. So I don't know, like 50 feet probably, 50 feet. Comica BoomX. Airplane. So I'm walking back. So like I said, I got another day in the life video coming. I know you guys like those day in the life garbage. I got something better coming. I don't know if it's better, but it's a different type of job. Give you a little sneak peek. Day in the life of an empanada man. Somebody who sells empanadas. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be an empanada salesman. So I got a video coming real soon. It's gonna be good. Whew, back over here. That was a Comica BoomX-D. Let's check out the stereo. All right, Comica BoomX-D talking into the stereo. This is how the stereo is. I'm at roughly 10 feet. Sprinklers are going, wind is blowing over here like 10, 15 feet. Over here, I'm just going. Gonna try to pick up the pace. Comica BoomX-Ds, they've been good so far. Have never had issues with these mics. Like I said earlier, I used to use Sennheisers, but I switched to these because they're a lot less hassle to set up. They're light, you go real quick. So I'm already at like 50 feet talking into the stereo. Put the stereo mic towards the camera. Now back at myself. Because they're coming up. Pretty good stuff. Good price. Getting to the room tone. BoomX-D stereo mic. Whew. So I'm curious how this BoomX-U sounds like. Definitely looks a little bit more higher quality. Curious how it is. Getting real close. So that's it, like 10 feet away. Comica BoomX-D stereo mic. Let's check out these Sennheisers. Sennheiser EWG4. These are the super professional industry microphones. I'm like 10 feet from the camera. sprinkler going. Over here just talking. This is how it is. The Sennheiser microphone. These are like 600 bucks. So let's see how it stands up. So I'm walking 15, 20 feet roughly, probably. Sprinkler's really going now, 20 feet. Yeah, I'm trying to get more of these day in the life videos. I know they're good. Just gotta get more people that are cool with me coming there and getting all on camera. So I got a few people I'm trying to get. Got the Empanada Man coming soon, so stay tuned for that video. We're at like 50 feet, plane is over my head. These are the Sennheisers, super professional. I'm walking, just chilling and talking. That's the boat. Let me have you while I'm talking. And I'm gonna jog back, see how the audio is with this cable, because sometimes the audio gets scuffled. Sounds. So now I'm jogging with the cable. I'm also kind of rubbing my stomach to see if it gets scuffled up, this audio. I'm going. And these Sennheisers don't have a stereo, so this is the only audio you're gonna get. But I'm jogging back, doing like a little spin, I'm shaking it. This is how the audio sounds. So these are the Sennheisers, the EWG4s, industry, 600 bucks. One thing I've been experiencing with these mics is when you put this in your pocket, the cable, it starts the audio, in some cases, may not happen, but sometimes the audio starts to get distorted and messed up and starts cracking. So apologize for the painful audio noise, but maybe it might be clean. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Sennheiser's EWG4s. Let's go back to the studio. Let's see how it all sounds, and let's come down to a conclusion. So back at the studio, I got home, I heard the playback on all the microphones. Kind of shocked, wasn't expecting this at all. So the Comica BoomX-U1, I got the microphone as is. Like I said, I try to keep it simple, just plug it in, see if it works, and that's what I did. It's at the stock settings, the way you get it, and the video and the microphone was good within like 10-15 feet, facing the camera. Everything sounded good, sounded smooth with the lavalier, all good. As soon as I turned my back to the camera, it started breaking up real bad. Like once you hit 25 feet with the BoomX-U1, it starts breaking up, and even when you face the camera at like 30-40 feet, it starts getting choppy. And while I was outside, I did not have the antennas up. I'm not sure if it would have made a big difference, just because, you know, it's only little antennas. Like, does that really make a difference? And also, what if you're like, you know, on a production or something and you're moving quick, you know, most people, I wouldn't think to lift this thing up. It wasn't that obvious, but maybe it is. Maybe it would have sounded better if I lifted it, but I didn't. But regardless, the audio was not that good. I mean, the audio sounded like the voice on the audio I think sounds good, but it was breaking up, and you can't have audio breaking up when you're on jobs. So if you are looking at doing stuff within like a 10-15 foot proximity, or in a studio like this, like at home, talking head kind of stuff, this could be good. However, the Comica the BoomX-Ds, these little guys actually stood up a lot more. So audio on this was pretty good, and the audio actually worked while you're facing the camera. It worked the whole time. Like, even it started breaking up at like 70 feet, but it still worked at 100 feet, just kind of choppy. And of course, when you turn your back, this did break up. But in general, the Comica BoomX-Ds, they held up almost the entire time with the lavalier and the speaker. These were definitely number one. And they're easier to set up. Sennheiser worked from like 10, 15, 20 feet, worked all the way up to like 40, 50 feet while you're facing the camera. But like all of them, as soon as you turn your back, you put it behind you, it started chopping up, breaking up bad. It did work when I was running back. The cables actually worked out when I dangled them around. They all worked. There was no like muffling and stuff. The Sennheisers, they worked out pretty well. The audio on the Sennheisers, I think it sounds better. Slightly, it sounds like just slightly better. But for 600 bucks, it's definitely, it's up there. And I don't like that this antenna dangles around. It gets in the way. So my final verdict is the Comica BoomX-Ds are the mic to go. It's just lightweight, simple. The battery life on these is usually pretty good. It lasts me like 3-4 hours of like pretty consistent talking. You just plug it in USB. It works like you don't have to have any production skills, nothing, no audio skills. You just plug it in, stick it in the camera, and you get professional audio off the bat. And these two sound almost, I mean, the sound quality is pretty good. It's like good. And these little guys, you can walk far as hell. So if you're like a YouTuber and you shoot like prank videos or you shoot events and like really outdoor guerrilla stuff, these are good because you can talk at a long distance as long as, you know, like you're facing this. So yeah, Comica BoomX-Ds. So Comica, if you're watching this video, I love you guys. I think you're going in the right direction with this beautiful case and product design. I think you nailed it with these Comica BoomX-Ds. This, I was really looking forward to giving this like the best review, but I can't. You know, on a real job, this thing needs to perform, and it doesn't. These little guys do. So I don't know. You gotta somehow get this thing to work at different distances, and yeah, that's just my honest review. So thank you for watching. Hopefully, you know, you learned something. Hopefully you got your questions answered. So if you're looking to purchase any of these microphones, I put the links in the description. Check it out. Thank you for watching.